Hi, this is Leonard Smith, and tonight we're going to build a Stairway to the Stars with a very famous drink from New Orleans called the New Orleans Fizz, or also known as the Ramos Fizz. And you have to shake it an awful lot. They say shake it till your arm hurts. What's in it is 1.5 ounces of gin, and ½ ounce of lemon juice, a ½ ounce of lime juice, a couple of shakes of orange water, some half and half. I'm going to put the recipe down below because it's complicated. But anyway, you pour it into a glass, and to top it off at the end with just a little fizz of club soda. And that's a Ramos Fizz. It was created in the 1800s by Harry Ramos in New Orleans, and it became so popular that during Mardi Gras, they had 35 bartenders in this bar, and they couldn't keep up with the demand. So here's a Stairway to the Stars with the Ramos Fizz. Oh boy, oh, that's so good. It's very popular for brunch drink right now, but it began as a cocktail. So let's get on with the show. So what I left out in the Ramos Fizz is, I'll give you the recipe now. It's 1.5 ounces of gin, a ½ ounce of lime juice, a ½ ounce of lemon juice, 1 1/4 ounces of simple syrup, 2 ounces of milk or half and half or heavy cream. I used half and half. 1 small egg white, and 2 dashes of fleur d'orange or orange flower water. Then at the end, as you saw, you add the club soda. You have to really, really shake it to get it all fizzy the way it should be. Some people put nutmeg on top, but I didn't. I like it just straight. So listen, tonight we're going to discuss a couple of more leathers, because I realized after I did my last review I'd left out some of my favorite leathers. So, and I was reminded by some of my followers, especially the wonderful Daver from Fragrance Bros. So what we're going to be exploring is the beautiful Midnight in Paris by Van Cleef & Arpels, which is a great, beautiful fragrance. And we'll also be exploring Acqua di Parma leather, which is new. And I have a little sample that came in a beautiful, as you can see, gorgeous presentation. And this is just a sample bottle. Isn't that gorgeous? We're going to be exploring that. And then two that that Daver sent to me that I won last Christmas time when they do their wonderful Christmas drawing. And one is Tom Ford's Tuscan Leather, and the other is OUD wood. So we're going to have a little bit of leather and a little bit of OUD once again. So let's get started. So a little history behind Van Cleef & Arpels, which are the creators of the beautiful Midnight in Paris. Van Cleef & Arpels is a jewelry house founded in the beginning of the 20th century in Paris, and they're located at 22 Place Vendôme in Paris, and they're famous for creating some innovations in jewelry, including the invisible setting. And they introduced the very first woman's clutch bag that was made of metal in the 1920s, and it's quite famous, and they still make them today. Also, they were very influential in the Art Deco movement, and also in the 1920s, when Tutankhamun's tomb was discovered, they introduced Egyptian-themed jewelry in rubies and emeralds and diamonds, and quite famous for that. So, of course, along with everyone else, when they got to a certain point, they began to branch out into colognes and perfumes. Now, Midnight in Paris, as you can see, is incredibly beautiful, creation. The bottle itself is like a jewel from the jewelry house. It's a beautiful silver cap, very well made, heavy, just really gorgeous. And it says along the top here, Van Cleef & Arpels Midnight in Paris, and it has the constellations of the stars all across here. It is a leather. Some people consider it a bit feminine, but I think it is just super sophisticated, quite wonderful for evening wear, for formal events, and it is one of my favorite leathers. And I can't believe I forgot it in my leather coverage. It is definitely something that anybody who is serious about perfume and cologne would definitely want in their collection. Now the next thing we have is this beautiful presentation by Acqua di Parma for their wonderful new leather cologne. And this is really an exceptional leather. Beautiful, from Italy. And get the top open there. And it's a dabber, so I'm going to just put a little bit on here and tell you what my impressions are of it. It is it's not too sweet of a leather. It's very masculine, and it really has a sense or a feeling of really fine leather for shoes. That wonderful smell of leather that is fresh, going to be used for saddles. There's kind of a polish, leather polish feeling in there. And I'm not sure, but yeah, there are definitely some florals in there, maybe even rose. But I'm not sure. I didn't look up the notes before I tried it on. But this was given to me by one of the sales associates at Barney's during an event that I was at recently, and it was such a beautiful little bottle that I didn't want to open it up and try it until I got to share it with you. Now, next we have Tuscan leather from Tom Ford. Now, I have to tell you, when I wore this at work, I didn't tell anybody what it was. The men at work loved it, and the women were kind of on the fence about it. Actually, one woman said it smelled to her like old lady, which everyone else, when I told them that, were like, what? Old lady? No, no, it smells really masculine. But it's more spicy than these other two. There's a definite spiciness to it that is quite exciting and beautiful, and I find that quite a good thing in my leathers, to have a little bit of spice in there, to just kind of give it a little push, a little extra oomph, you might say. And the last we're going to discuss here is Oud Wood from Tom Ford, and this is also, as I said, a gift from the Fragrance Bros. This, oh, there we go. Now, this one is just incredible. Oud Wood by Tom Ford. It's just incredible. It's a sweet oud, but it kind of has a cookie feeling to it, like almost like gingerbread. The oud is subtle, but definitely there. And I think that this could be worn by both men and women. It is right there in the middle in unisex land. So it's really a gorgeous scent that you definitely would want to explore if you're into woods and oud. It's really a great discovery. So there we have the leftovers from my leathers and oud. And remember, wear what you love and not what they say you should like.